From Shepherd Stadium in Colonial Heights, Virginia, the Morehead City Marlins have traveled to face the Tri-City Chili Peppers. Lance Williams here alongside Christian Doms, Trey Keenis. Morehead City, fresh off of 3 straight losses to Wilson within the last 2 days. The most recent game, a 14-6 home loss to the Tobbs. Christian, that was a tough one for Morehead City, the most runs that they've allowed so far this season. Fielding mistakes, it was a tough one. What were the issues then?
It really goes back to what you were saying, Lance, with those errors in the field. You think back to 4 in that game last night. That's really not a recipe for success. And it's really been a surprise because going into this series against the Tobbs, Morehead City was kind of on the lower end in terms of making errors. And Wilson certainly took advantage of that. By the end of the game, their offense, their bats started to find a rhythm. So I think for Morehead City, again, it goes back to the whole thing we've been talking about in this series. You clean up some of those mistakes in the outfield. This is a team that we've seen been able to score in bunches, especially against the Tobbs in the last few games. I think if they clean up the mistakes in the field, it should help a lot.
Offense, they did have some success. 10 hits, 7 runs, opposed to just the 6 unearned runs that Wilson tallied. And also it was the first multi-home run game of the season for Morehead City at Big Rock Stadium. Wyatt Stanley, a 3-run blast in the 5th, and also Jaden Gustafson, his first home run over the right field wall. We got to speak to Jaden earlier today. Lance Williams here with Jaden Gustafson. Jaden, last night, bottom of the 5th inning, you hit your first home run of the season, first pitch swinging over the right field wall. How did that feel?
It felt good. I went up there with a plan to see a slider that started behind me and faded into the strike zone, and that's what I got, and I took advantage of it.
That was the first multi-home run game for the team at home this season, and it was Wyatt Stanley 2 at-bats prior. I know it was a different pitcher, but when you see a teammate, fellow lefty bat, hit a bomb, does that give you more confidence at the plate?
It just made me want to do it even more. I saw the lefty come in, and I saw Wyatt just hit the home run, so like I said, I went in there with a plan, and the plan was to try to hit a home run, and that's what ended up happening, so it was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. You're here in Morehead City for the first season with your teammate, Drew Iverson. What has this experience been for you and sharing it with the teammate?
It's been awesome. Having Drew here has been a big help. Obviously I'm new to everything out here, so a lot of stuff's different, so we're all experiencing it together, and the team's been great. We're all getting along real well so far, and we've got a lot of games to go, so it should be fun.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jaden.
Yep.
Tonight, Morehead City facing Tri-City for the first time this season. Trey, Ethan Smith making his 3rd start of the season. He's been reliable, is yet to allow an earned run in 10 innings pitched. What do you expect from him?
You're right, Lance. Ethan's been a cornerstone of this Morehead City pitching staff. You talk about 2 starts this season, 10 innings pitched total, 0 earned runs, and 10 strikeouts. This is a guy, he's not going to blow away you with your speed, but he's really going to hone in on that fastball, slider, changeup combination and really, master his sequencing. I think for him it's important to start out strong, get a couple punch outs early, and really just settle in. I think with that, Morehead City will be looking good tonight.
Ethan Smith, the lefty from Lindenwood, has been nothing short of reliable for the Marlins. Tonight, he'll be facing off against a Chili Peppers lineup that is fresh off a win against the Peninsula Pilots, the team with the best record in the Coastal Plain League. And that was Tuesday, so Tri-City has also had a day off. Christian, what do you expect from the Chili Peppers offense?
Well, this is a team that can really put the ball in the play at an elite level. The only team in the CPL with over 100 hits on the season, the most in the league. This is a really good contact lineup. So for Morehead City, it's going to be important to kind of pitch around this Chili Peppers lineup, make it difficult for them to put balls into play. With Ethan Smith on the mound, the Chili Peppers certainly have a tough task tonight. Let's see if Morehead City can do it.
Smith looking to build upon his 2 stellar outings earlier in the season. Morehead City, the Marlins, tonight versus the Tri-City Chili Peppers. First pitch at 7 p.m. on Mixler.